and not ours, so don't blame me.
I'll give you a suit. I'll give you a suit. I can't say it's going to be professional.
Okay, fair enough. We'll see what that comes away looking like. All right, next piece of business. Who is the only coach in the FBS over the last 75 years with more than 2 undefeated national titles? That's how many Saban had. Who's the only coach with more?
You know, it's funny how in the commercial break, everybody wants to have an opinion and get loud, especially Danny O. Will said something in the beginning, and he wanted to hit at the end. Go ahead, Will.
I got a lot to lose here if I would get this wrong. So I'm going to go with my Nebraska Cornhuskers. 94, 95, 97. We split the national title. I'm going to say Tom Osborne.
That's right.
No.
And it's the right years. He got the years correct. 94, 95.
Can I just say one thing?
Undefeated season.
Yes.
Can I just ask Will Compton one thing?
Yes.
Will, who won the 1997 national championship?
Michigan also won the national
Based
title.
on the Bus and Bowl bet. So that is actually incorrect. Tembo, you got that one.
That's it.
Hey.
The last thing I heard Orlovsky yell from the corner was, "It's not Nebraska."
He's like, it's Notre Dame.
I thought it was Notre Dame, but I wasn't focused on the coach.
So that was fun. Now,
That's not me.
with special guests in our studio, I have to start our next feature with an apology. This was my idea. You know, we will take almost anyone's name and we'll turn it into a pun and we'll make a segment out of it. So yesterday I thought we should get some segment for Taylor Lewan where we ask him a bunch of quick questions and do it fast. And it hit me, let's call it Taylor Swift.
Oh, jeez.
Very original.
So we are going to do, we have 13 questions for Taylor Lewan.
For the record, I did not know this was happening.
No, he's finding this out for the first time. We have 13 questions for you, which is an Easter egg. I'm going to put 60 seconds on the clock, and we're going to see how many of these you can answer in 60 seconds. And there will be some little Taylor notes along the way.
Hey, no right or wrong.
Will, you're
no right or wrong.
Every step of the way. You ready? Put the minute on the clock. Here we go. Will the Packers' love story end with a Super Bowl?
I believe the answer to that is no. The offensive line is too inconsistent. Oh,
No.
Okay, it's one word.
No, you can go either way.
Okay, just one word.
You got
As many
60
questions as
seconds. The
possible.
answer is no. All right, keep it moving. Are the Patriots a Super Bowl team, or is that just their wildest dreams?
I think yes. I could see it happening. Anything can happen in January.
Yes, Patriots, Vrabel, 1 seed. I'm riding with them the whole way.
Josh Allen is 13-2 against the Dolphins in the regular season. Will Sunday's game against the Bills be an outcome the Dolphins know all too well?
Yes, they'll never beat the Bills again.
Correct, with Taylor.
Next, the Colts. Will they take their loss to the Steelers last week and shake it off against the Falcons in Germany?
Absolutely, they're still contenders.
Yeah, Colts. I got the Colts.
Did you just find a
Shake
Taylor-
it off.
Is that the first song you've known so far? Is that why you were singing along? Next.
Oh, there have been little
10
Easter
seconds.
eggs throughout the whole
Can
thing.
the Steelers defense create a blank space on the scoreboard against the Chargers?
I believe so, especially with the injuries to the offensive line. Will, answer the question.
What Taylor said. Taylor Swift.
Last one. Will the Vikings be down bad against the Ravens?
Yes.
Yes.
60 seconds. We got them all in.
Come on,
that
Ben.
is well done.
Come on, Ben.
That is Taylor Swift. If you enjoyed it, it was my idea. If you absolutely hated it, we blame it on the staff. That's hosting 101. Very well done, fellas. All right, and let's get to that game then for a moment. Ravens are averaging 31.8 points per game with Lamar in the lineup. Now they get an NFC team, which is music to Lamar's ears. He's 24-3 in his career against the NFC. Best record by any starting quarterback in interconference games since the merger in 1970. So we've talked about Lamar. We've talked about the Ravens. We haven't said a whole lot about the Vikings. And the first question I wanted to ask you, Dan, when we got to this game was the JJ McCarthy of it all. He played well last week. It was an impressive win. It was his 3rd NFL game. I think it's important to underline that. But as you went back and watched it, how good is JJ McCarthy? Is this team ready to play in a game like this, which is one they desperately need?
When the number 1 receiver is open, he's very good. And that's where this falls upon Kevin O'Connell. How much can he scheme up to allow J.J. McCarthy to play his best? Because when he knows the coverage and he thinks that first anticipated read is going to be the guy, it's really good. He throws it really good. He throws it with super confidence. He puts his back foot in the ground. That ball is drilled right where it's needed to be. When he has to get to that first or second guy, that's when you see the dip off between accuracy but also tension. When he has to throw to that first receiver, it's easier. It seems more natural. When he gets to that second and third guy, it's almost like you're watching in real time, just tense up, and then sometimes Mita Hawk, the ball's absolutely ripped, and you're like, you don't need to throw it that hard in that moment. And so he's still so young. It's still, to your point, his 4th game essentially in the NFL as the guy, so it has to improve. But there is a little period of just let's get him his reps. But Kevin O'Connell's got to scheme things up right now.
I think there's been a lot made. You've pointed it out here, as many others have. Obviously, your history and Taylor's history with Michigan and everything else with McCarthy. For a normal quarterback, if you just sort of look at their experience, this would be like week 4 of his rookie
year.
season.
Correct.
This would be September of your rookie year. But unfortunately, because the circumstances have been what they've been, he gets inserted in the midst of a playoff run that they desperately need every single win. He goes on the road and he beats the Lions. Now they get a Baltimore team that people are all expecting to make a run here. The circumstances for McCarthy are pretty tough.
Well, he entered Sunday, I think, with more pressure on him than just about any player in the National Football League, because everybody knows this is a franchise that had on its roster last season Sam Darnold and Daniel Jones. Again, here we are with the New York quarterbacks shining elsewhere. What people don't realize, of course, is that Minnesota attempted to keep both. They tried to re-sign Sam Darnold. They tried to keep Daniel Jones. Both quarterbacks opted for jobs elsewhere, knowing how much belief and confidence the Vikings had in JJ McCarthy. They wanted to play. And so Daniel Jones figured his best opportunity to play was competing against Anthony Richardson, not JJ McCarthy. Sam Darnold figured his best chance to play was in Seattle, where they were trading Geno. And they were right. They were right. That leaves JJ McCarthy having to take over a team that last year went to the playoffs with a lot of questions, a lot of pressure. He's battled through injuries, had more injuries this year, has struggled to stay on the field. And as you mentioned, that was his 3rd start. This would be his 4th NFL game. That's very early in his NFL career.
The Vikings have been spoiled by their circumstances. They get quarterbacks to play at their very best. They have great season no matter who's come through the KOC system. And so with that, I would preach to them, the fans, you got to have patience with a young quarterback. Yeah, he's in year 2, but to your point, this is his 4th game. And there were times and moments that you saw that first-round capability. Some of those ball placements he threw into Addison that was dropped, but it was a perfect drop in the bucket. The touchdown to Justin Jefferson. And then other times it's a little frantic. It's a little him trying to work his way through, figure things out. The thing that made JJ McCarthy special coming in was he got better when the stakes got high in college, right? And so for a young player, you got to trust those mechanics. You got to trust putting him and leaving him in these situations to work his way through so he gets comfortable from start to finish. But there was enough in this game where I thought, okay, I can see what the Vikings see in him and why they believe he could be the quarterback of the future.
Both these teams need to win this game. Who do you think will?
I got the Ravens. Lamar Jackson, he's highest success rate, and he's the best when he gets pressured. Minnesota being the number 2 team in the league that pressures you, I see Ravens having a big game, and they're also in playoff mode the rest of the way.
Yeah, I think Baltimore as well. I think number 1, Baltimore defensively, with Kyle Hamilton down near the football, it's a completely different unit. The way that they are really making offenses one-dimensional, meaning that you're making them a pass-heavy offense because of his performance, is a big deal. Last week, Baltimore's offense was just okay for me. Lamar was just okay. Everyone made this big deal that it was fine. They ran the ball a little bit better as the game went on, and that's the shocking thing was I think they scored 28 and they were just okay.
Yeah.
So first week back, grace. Now that he's back, Lamar, he's got that game underneath him this year. Can this offense start to take off?
Right.
And they have a long break. They have the little mini bye, right, coming off of that Thursday night game, so extra time to get ready for it.
And
Final word.
And they went out and added Draymond Jones to their defense, and they believe that that's going to be a big-time upgrade along the defensive front.
You know, there are playoff games sometimes in early November. This feels a little bit like
I
one.
would say the Ravens got to basically win out. There's grace for maybe one loss.
And the Vikings, too. I mean, this is a team that was thinking Super Bowl thoughts. That whole division is over 500. They're looking up at everybody, including the Bears. Coming up, a sneaky big showdown in